Okay, now we just need to set live goal. Okay, reset. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? All right, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're looking good. I need something basic. Ooh, what the hell is that? Maybe we'll just run with a traditional. Panthropause. Panthropause or music bubbles are good. All right, gotta do this. Gotta unmute me. There. Okay, let's do it and go live. And there we go. Just like that, we are live. 3, 2, 1. Good evening, TikTok. How are you? What's up, Dragonfly? How you doing? We're gonna be using. We're gonna use this tonight. I have comfort stones I need to make, so this will put it through the good test. We're definitely gonna put it to a test. So I'm kind of excited to do that too. Okay. Ooh, we got to get rid of that. It's a little amber purple we don't need. There. Thank you for the heart knee. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing? Good evening, Red Squeak. Lucky Lex is in the house. All right, we're gonna grab this little bit of electrum right here. These little bits I save because at $150 a pound, I save every bit of that crap. Every single ounce of it. Thank you, Lucky Lex. What's up, Beth? How are you? Doing good after physical therapy? Well, that's good. Physical therapy is hard. I tell people that all the time. Put together, oh, in and out? All right. You got it. What's up, Creative? How are you? Yeah, building out studios is not fun. Got home and had a loud pop in your shoulder? That has to be a little alarming. Just a tiny bit. Thank you, Lucky Lex, for sharing. And thank you, everybody, who joined me on the tubes. I really appreciate it. That helped a tremendous amount. All right, so right now I'm just kind of diluting that electrum down, that really shimmery glass. And we're going to dilute it down. I have to do the icicle ornament memorial. And then we got to do comfort stones. So a little bit of work tonight. And then after that, we're going to work on ornaments. All right, here we go. We're just blending all this in. Francine, thank you for the follow. Hi, Irishman. All good, Lucky Lex. It took me for a second to figure out what you said, and I was like, oh yeah, I get it. Sorry, I'm slow at times. Donovan, how are you? All right, here we go. So we're mixing up that electrum. This creates kind of like a little shimmer glass, which is really awesome. I love the shimmer. Shimmer's the way to go. All right, a little bit more. There we go. Should be enough. A little bit more mixing. What's up, Ricky Bear? How are ya? Thanks for the heartbeat. How you doing, Ricky? Jay, what's up? Right now I'm mixing some color. So I use a DeWalt drill to mix the color faster than I can physically do it. So that's why I had the drill going. I know it's a little noisy, but in the end it's really good. Now we're going to be making memorial glass. So the memorial glass contains, I'm doing good, Ricky. The memorial glass contains ash from people or pets. This one in particular is going to be still a pet, but it's going to be the icicle, not icicle, yeah, icicle style ornament. And we're going to put the ash in there, and it's going to look really good when we get done. All right, so I got to pull this down a little bit, but this is a color that's really important for that process. How long does it usually take? Once I get this color pulled, I should be probably less than 10 minutes. What's up, Max Milano? Max Milano, how are you? What's up, Heather? NC Graves, how are you doing? All right, so we're gonna pull this down. This is that real shimmer color. I love this. L to the B, how are you? Okay, we should be good here. Should be really good right here. I'm gonna leave this little chunk on the end of this rod out. I might use it for another color. Okay, so next step, I'm going to put this off to the side, both of these, like that. Wrap that out there. All right, we're going to grab tubing. We're going to start making the actual memorial now. So I don't need this out right this second. This is the ash that we have. Then this is the blue that we will need to incorporate the ash. What's up, Jojo? All right, there we go. All right, let's pull this. I gotta cut it. Hi, Jojo. How's everybody doing on TikTok? How's TikTok world doing? Type 1 in the chat if you are doing fantastic. Just type a little 1. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to split this tube right here. Oh, that's good. I love seeing it. I'm sorry you got a 0 in there. Let's make your day better. Let's make it better. L to the B, thank you for the Go Populars. I appreciate it. Are there new emotes? Really? Huh. Alright, so we gotta pull what's called a point. I got the headphones. Thank you, L to the B. Music Bubbles. Rocking it out. By the way, a big thank you to everybody for sharing the tubes last night, joining me on there. I appreciate it. If you are on the tubes, I really appreciate you being with me. Okay. So this is the first step in this. We're creating it's called a point. point is essentially the beginning process of this. It's where everything starts for actual blown glass. I'm going to move this off to the side right now, because I don't need that. And then we're going to preheat this, and then we're going to take the ash in here, we're going to put it on the inside of the tube. Like so, very soon. Okay, first step is to open the tube up so we can get everything in there. Damien, thank you for our Dammy Turner? I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. What's in my ear? Earbuds. Just in case I have to co-host. This is 31 years. 31 wonderful years doing this job. What's up? Daddy Rhodes. Here we go. All right, so now we just open that tube up. I need my flattener though. Got to flatten this out. We're also going to need scissors, damn it. There we go. All right, so this is the good part right here. This is the part where it makes it memorial, where we add in the ash. Put this off to the side with the scissors here. That balanced. So we're just going to pick a little bit of this ash up, put it inside, pick up a little more, put it inside, pick up a little more, put it inside. And the reason I do it that way is I don't want it clumping in there. I need it to kind of spread out. Got a little bit in there so I can show you that you can see the back half has a little bit of ash, but it's very spread out. If I put too much in there, it starts rolling and it can find a hot spot and clump. And then it looks ugly. We don't want it to look ugly. So we're just going to keep adding a little bit in there at a time. What does the ash do? The ash is actually from a dog, and I'm incorporating it as a memorial piece. So this is someone's pet that is being incorporated into the glass. So that's what this particular item is. Bring it over a little bit more. There. And we're all good. Put that off to the side. Yep, that's why it's memorial. Yeah, well, the dog lives, you know, a long life, and then, yeah, it passed away, but at least it's got good owners that care enough to put it into a memorial. Right, we're going to bring this blue over here. So now we're going to put the blue in there. What's up from Austria? So now we got all that ash in. You can definitely see it in there. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I've been coming on a little earlier now. What's up, Sub Fuzzy Clipper? How are ya? All right, so let's add in the blue. This is going to totally change the look. This kind of incorporates the ash in there. So it creates like a sandwich of glass. So glass, ash, glass. And that's going to be the point of this. If I accidentally mess up, I do have to restart, and then I turn this into something else and give it to the customer. Because it does have ash in it, I have no choice but to deliver it to the customer one way or another. So if I did mess this up, I would turn it into like a marble or something, which would be cool. I mean, that's fine. All right, a little bit more. And it's all stages, little stages. You don't want to try and do too much at once. There we are. And then I'll show you directly in the tube so you can see what it looks like. And that's the key. You want to look, see what's inside. So I'll bring it this way. Now you can see right inside that tube. And that's all the cobalt. And there it is on the outside. Okay, says I have a flash goal. I don't know what the flash goal is. Probably going to be some part knees, but we'll try it anyway. So we are streaming multi. Let's view. Start. I need people to send me 23 your awesomes. There we go. The finished product will look like an icicle. Thank you for the gifts, the your awesomes. All right, so now we're heating it up, and we're going to heat it all the way through the whole tube. We're going to use this to smash it down and push all the air out of it. We're going to remove all the air. So as I smash it, I kind of roll it so it rolls all the air out. Just got to get it hot enough to do that. Click on the link in my bio. One of my sites is on there, and that'll give you all the pricing. I don't remember offhand. I have so many items, it's so hard to remember everything. I can tell you a hummingbird, and that's about it. All right, a little bit more. Here we go. Then we just smash all that air out like that. What's up, Tess? All right, so now we have all the air pushed out of it, and it leaves, you can definitely see the ash sandwiched in there. We're going to straighten it out a little bit. And then the top has this little air gap there, so there's no ash or anything right there. But if I go to make that right now, it's going to create an air pocket. And that air pocket is not fun to work with. So we're going to cut that off. We're going to come up here, we're going to heat this up. We're going to remove that air pocket by cutting it out. Grip, and then just like normal scissors, we're cutting it away like that. And that's good to go. Let me smooth it out a little. We're making the memorial icicle. So now it's nice and clean. Okay, first things first, I gotta add the little bit of middle section on here. Is this still super hot? No, we're all good. So this is a little shimmer color. It's gonna add a little sparkle. I'm gonna put it right down the middle of this. Nice and thick. And it just adds a little character to the entire piece. Welcome, Christina. What's up, Sally Joe? All right, let's do the other side here. We're gonna come through. We're gonna slowly add the shimmer on there. gonna do one more little bead of it on each side. Gotta make it look good. This is a memorial. Okay. One more over here. Okay, we are looking good. So now we have that shimmer color right there, right in the middle. And it's a good color. I love this color. Next step, we're going to add white to the sides, and then we're going to encase that white with blue. And what that does is it delivers what I call a medium blue. So instead of just plain cobalt, it incorporates just what it sounds like, a medium blue, not transparent. Right, let me preheat this whole thing. So we're going to bring it over and just kind of gently heat it up. Okay, we're just warming the whole thing up. I need to heat it up another 700 degrees. Not much. There, just to get it orange. Thank you for, yeah, the flash goal. I forgot all about the flash goal. We need a bunch of more awesome, your more awesomes, whatever they're called. Okay, so we're going to start up here, and I'm just going to put this on very gentle, nice and easy. Down the side, putting on a happy little stripe of white. That is my Bob Ross moment, which I have to display my Bob Ross Lego piece from Dragonfly Creation. I got a Bob Ross Lego set. Looks cool. Got to find a nice prominent spot for it. What's up, Christy? All right, so now we got that white little bead around it. This is where it's going to change. We're going to change the entire color scheme by adding the dark cobalt to the on top of that white. And here we go. Got to get it super thick on here. Nice and easy. Sure nothing's exposed. Nope, we're all good. Okay, one more little stripe and then we'll spin this up and turn it to an ornament. This is the bigger version too. This is going to be, thank you Christy for the You're Awesomes. We need 13 people to give a You're Awesome if you haven't given one. It's coming across, super heavy. So I'm going to cover that white all the way up. Don't want to have any of it exposed. Yeah, this will be a fun one to see finished. All right, so we pretty much have all the prep done. All right, so there's the, you can definitely see the ash, the shimmer part in the middle. The outside has that, what I call a medium blue, meaning it's got a transparent cobalt, but on top of the cobalt, underneath the cobalt is white, which gives it a little more oomph. What's up, triple threat? Okay, so next step, we gotta bring it here and we gotta pull it down. So we're gonna pull it to taper it a little. And I'm gonna let it gravity drip up to that point. So we're gonna let gravity do the good majority of the work. See, we're just letting it drip. And we're going to take a rod, attach it to the very top up there, and help it along. Now we got that rod attached. Bring it out here. I'm just going to pull a little bit, very slow. It starts pulling that down into a little bit of a taper. I don't know if you can see it that well. Okay. This is where we turn it to the icicle. The hard part's all done. We just got to get it nice and evenly heated. We pull a little bit, and then we start the twist. It's not fast, it's a little bit at a time. We're doing good. Got a nice, solid, consistent spiral going. The reason this is a little slower is because of the ash in there, it remains. It creates the glass to have a little bit of a different consistency than it would normally. Now, I did one of these with like several of these on a piece of driftwood that turned into a wind chime. That was cool. Now we got a nice spiral. And we just have to put a hook on it and finish it off. What's up, Ray? How are ya? Put that off to the side. Straighten it out. Put it down. Attach. Put that there. Make sure we're perfectly straight. Good. Little bobble right there. There's a little bump I had to get out. I didn't need to, but it didn't look right to me. All right, so there is the icicle. Now this is a big one. going to separate it, and I'm going to take this little remaining bit and we're going to turn it to a mini icicle for the customer. Because it does have ash in it. Separate. So that is the finished product. I have to get this in the kiln right away though. But yeah, that's what it is. What's up, Bob? Thank you for that cool compliment. All right, yeah, that one's a pretty piece. So we got this little bit left, right? It would be so disrespectful to throw this out, especially with ash in it. So we're gonna take it and turn it into something. Maybe a little pendant. I gotta pull this little bit off here though. This has no ash in it right here. There we go. Oh, you got it, my friend Bob. Thank you. I'm happy you're on here. I appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna take this. I know we did get close. It's okay. I barely hit those flash goals. All right, so next step, we're gonna heat it up and we're gonna give it a little twist. I'm gonna turn this into a pendant for the customer. They can do it, or they can put it in the rear view mirror of their car, wherever they want. Doesn't really matter. It's their choice. There we go. We're gonna seal it off right here. So it's just a little bonus item, contains a little bit of ash in it from the dog. There we go. Down, attach, smooth it out. Then we're going to open it up. I want to make sure it has a big enough opening for necklaces to accommodate a majority of them, or whatever you want to use it with. Christy, how are ya? All right, so there is the bonus piece. Just a little doodad. I'm going to burn it off. Make it nice and clean. Go. So yeah, just a little bonus item. A Kobe symbol. I'm not sure about what you're referring to with a Kobe is. Not familiar with that. Yeah, that was ash from a dog in there. Yeah. It is called memorial glass. So yeah, we put ash in there and created that. Oh, Kobe Bryant. No, I can't do anything that has a copyright, unfortunately. I would have to have permission from the owner of the copyright. All right, so we're gonna move that one out of the way. And I'm going to grab the next one. Of course, I put it way far away. We don't need this out right now. You can scoot this here, and move that there. We're all good. All right. So next step, we're going to be doing what's called comfort stones. Do I have any flame shirts for sale? No, I should though. I should create flame shirts. That'd be cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think my oxygen tank is running out. I'm gonna have to change. Let's see. Let's kick on the outer fire and that'll tell me. Yep. Oxygen's running out. Yeah, it would be awesome, right, Ray? Oh, I can leave it running. It'll take me like 1 minute to change out the tank. So give me a minute. If you want to hang out for a minute, that's cool. I can go in and change the tank real quick. Yep. You'll probably hear me banging the tank back there because I'll still have my mic on. Be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about the delay. Now we can run again. Make sure everything's all set up. All right, we're good. We're good to go. 3. I have 3 memorial stones that we need to do right now. So I got to get the dichro ready too. I need my mold. That should do it. One there. One there. One there. A little bit of backup. Okay, we are good to go. So we're going to take a little bit of the shiny stuff, the dichro. We're going to use the purple lavender. We're going to encase it all the way. We're going to bring it in. And then we're going to twist it up into a sparkle. The small pieces are dichroic glass. So they are very, very shiny, almost like a mirror. But what I do with it is I take it and I cover the whole thing in glass, the two sides, and then we're going to twist it up. And it's going to shred that mirror side, kind of like you would shred up paper and confetti paper. And it's going to create all these little mini sparkles. Almost like you're looking out in the galaxy. So we just coated the whole thing up. What's up, Christopher? So now we're going to take that, spin it up. Christy, thank you for the tap, tap, taps. Ray, thank you for the I heart you. Appreciate that, Ray. What's up, Jason? Always weird saying that name. All right, so this is where the magic happens. Jingles, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Johnny. All right, let's get it looking good. So these are called comfort stones, and they are basically flat-ish little stones that have a little dome on them, like kind of curvature. And they're meant to be something that you could place in small areas or even carry in your own pocket. And this will have the cremains from, this is a person, this one in particular, so this is a little different than the dog. What's up, Quarterly's Creations? Hey, Bill P, how are you? Nessie, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's been my full-time job for 31 years. Johnny Rogers, thank you for the follow. Michael, thank you for the follow. All right, Lucky Lex. All right, so we're bringing it down. And this is kind of creating that little bit of a dome area. This is where it will be showing kind of the clear section. The other side is where we're going to add all the cremains or ash. And sandwiched right in the middle is the sparkly glass. Okay, so there we are. So we're going to detach here, and then we're going to add the ashes right there. Time and Tide, how are you? Uncle Skin, what's up, my friend? All right, here we go. So we're going to separate right now. Separate this part. Hey, okay, camera, thank you for the follow. All right, so this is where we're going to add all those ashes. So this is a little different ash. You can see it has a little bit different consistency than the previous one. I always find that the human ash is different than pets. It's got a little different consistency. What's up, worker? Thank you for joining us. All right, so we're going to take it in. We're going to dip it into the ash right there. Mix it up like that. Kind of see it in the flame. And this is going to change the flame color a little. And the reason for that is the metals that are still remaining in the body, iron and magnesium type of stuff. No, dog's ashes are finer, are burning off. Okay, so there we are. And we're going to add this in little stages. I don't do a lot at once. You can watch the flame change colors drastically. And that's the metals burning off. And then we just mix it in really, really nice. Get it all blended. That. Then before we do too much more, we're going to come over and kind of shape it. I'm going to use you. Perfect. We're going to start a little bit of shaping, not all the way yet. So we created this little round section right there. What's up, Wendy? How are ya? TC Hoffman, how are you? Doing good, Wendy. Good to see you. Okay, so next step, we're going to grab this and we're going to attach what's called a punty, U-N-T-Y, right to the bottom there. And I'm going to have to add some more on here. Widen this out a little bit to hit the size that I need to hit. Then we're going to use that graphite mold that's in front of me that I used just a minute ago, and that'll shape the majority of this. So we just have to level it up by giving it some more. I'm sorry, Mickey, let's cheer you up. Let's cheer you up, Mickey. Everybody say hello to Mickey. All right, so here we go. A little bit more. I think I got just a little bit. Yep, we're in good shape. There we are. Then we're going to use the mold, and that's what's going to shape everything out for me. I'm going to come over here, gently push down, not too fast, not too hard, nice and easy, like that. So we get kind of like a little mushroom cap. Smooth that out just a touch. Bring it over this way, make sure the bottom is nice and even. So the last step is I'm going to be putting a punty up here. We're going to heat the bottom and flatten it. This will flatten the piece out just a touch. Make it look good. Before I do that, I'm going to show you the sparkle. Kind of see a little bit of the sparkle in there. It's hard to make out right now. While the glass is hot, it never shows all the color properly. Thank you, TC Hoffman. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mickey. Groovy ideas. Thank you for the heart knee. All right, let's come in here. Gonna attach, very gentle, like that. We're gonna burn it off here and flatten that bottom out. And it's gonna flatten the entire piece out a little bit. So I needed a little bit less height there. A little less height. There. Yeah, you can definitely see the ash in this one. Yeah, this one's very visible. The ash is extremely visible. Groovy ideas with Glenn. Thank you so much. So we're just taking our time. L to the B, thank you for the music bubbles. You rock. Literally, with the music bubbles. All right, so we're gonna bring it over here and just push it down just a slight bit. A little bit more. Just a touch. Like that. So there. Now we got that done. Now I'm using a brand new tool. Thank you for the Dragonfly for the music bubbles. Everybody, thank you for the music bubbles. Christy, thank you. So this is a new tool from Dragonfly. I can't say, I think I can just see Hush, but hello. So we're gonna heat it up. And this has these little grooves in it that hopefully will lock this in place. This way. There we go. And we tap. Oh, it worked. Yeah, that's smooth. That works, Dragonfly. Yeah, that definitely works. But there's the piece. And you can kind of see the ash in there. It's hard to see, but yeah, it's in there. Down this way and set it down. This all the way back. Snowbelt, what's up? How you doing? Danielle, how are you? That is a memorial comfort stone. Yeah, that one's really nice. I like the comfort stones. They're neat. So I have 2 more of those to do. We have to do 2 more. This is part of an order. My day was freaking fantastic. You need similar ones for stained glass? Yeah. What do I do with the extra ash? Well, if it's raw ash like this, then I send it back to the customer with their order. If it is ash that is in glass, like I did the earlier one, then I will incorporate it into a bonus piece. All right, so we got this thing called Dichro right there. It's a little shiny glass. And we're gonna completely encase it. Thank you, Snowbell. How are you doing? All right, here we go. That's a big ass helicopter coming over. I don't know if you guys can hear that rumble. All right, so we got to encase this. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate you. All right, so next step, we're going to completely encase this. And what I mean by that is we're going to put lavender glass on both sides of that little thin piece of glass. And what it's going to do, back roads. So what it's going to do, you can see that really shiny part right there. It's almost like a mirror. So it's flat, mirror-ish. What's going to happen is once I fully encase this, I'm going to twist it up. And it's going to shred it like paper going through a confetti machine. It's going to break it up into tiny little particles. And those particles create a galaxy look. DJ, thank you so much. What's up? All right, so there is the shiny stuff. We're going to totally change the look here. We're going to totally change the look. Thank you all for tapping and clapping. Appreciate it. We're going to grab this. Give it a second. You're watching from Australia? Perth. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to come visit your country someday. I'm going to make it there. All right, so now we're going to twist it up. Again, this is where it's shredding that flat surface, turning it into like a, what I want to say looks like a galaxy. Like a little shredded universe in there. All right, so that's the portion that's already shredded up. You're in England? Awesome. I'm going to go visit there too. Someday. All right, so this is going to build up what I call a little magnifying window. So just like a magnifying glass can be used to read small letters and small items and objects, this extra glass on top of all those little tiny sparkles will magnify it. And that will create an illusion of like it being much bigger than it really is. You're watching from Sweden? That's amazing. All right, here we go. So I'm adding a lot of this clear on, not clear, but transparent purple. There we go. I'm going to smooth it out a little. We got to let it settle for a second. And right now it's super bright. I'll see if I can let it cool down for a second. And you might see the sparkles. Give it a second here. Might see there's a little sparkle coming through. Looks all fuzzy. Alyssa, thank you for the follow. But yeah, there's definitely a little sparkle in there. Maybe if I get the flashlight. Now you can see it sparkly. See all those sparkles? I know it's hard to see the detail, but they are in there. All right, next step. Gonna punty this up, and then we gotta add the ash. Emma, country girl, thank you. What's up, Chubb from Brazil? How are you? TC Hoffman, thank you for the Go Popular. Times 19. All right, we gotta tear that off. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I got the white and blue ghost. Look at that. That's the white and blue ghost. I know it looks very cobalty right now, but it is super bright. Yeah, it is sick. That one's awesome. It's just kind of hanging out down there right now. It's not showing itself. It's kind of scared. All right, so we're going to do this attachment here. We're going to separate it here, and then I'm going to come over and start dipping it into the Cremation for ash. Yeah, the blue and white looks really good. Let me separate this and I'll see if I can hold it up a little bit. So yeah, this is the little ghosty ornaments. Oops, almost dropped it. Okay. So it's got a little blue and white to it, but it glows like crazy. In fact, I'll swap it for the green. And there. Oh, there you go, Red Squeak. Yeah, I love that color. Yeah, that's a cool color. That's my original glow color combo. Blue and white were the original. L to the B, thank you. Yeah. I still got your other stuff ready to go too. All right, we're gonna come through and we're gonna pick that up. So that picks up the ash. And this is going to change the flame color really bright as the ash starts melting and fusing into the glass. And that should be good. That should be enough. Look how bright that flame gets from the cremains. Meld it all in. Nice and even. Okay, should be good. This is a memorial, what's called a comfort stone. And basically what it is, it's kind of like a little flattish stone with a dome on top that is able to be carried in transport or pockets, or you can place it in little small areas. It's meant to be small, but it contains cremains or ash. This one happens to be a person. So this is not a pet. This is actually a person. All right, so there is the backup. That really, really shiny, or not shiny, hot spot is all the ashes. Oh, don't be sorry to hear that. That is one of my main jobs. It's what I do. It's part of the job. What's up, Groves? I do these on a daily basis. I'll tell you, one of the main reasons I like doing this work, one, it absolutely is gratifying to do these, to help a family out and create a little bit of comfort, having a piece of memorial glass done. And unlike an urn where the ashes go in, and if anything happens, they can spill, you can actually, if this happened to break, which is very rare, this piece would be, you would have to work really hard to break this one. But let's say it did. I could take all that glass and fuse it back together. You wouldn't lose any of the ash. It doesn't dissipate and go all over the place. It would actually remain. Won't let you add the ghost? Really? Which ghost? All right, so here we go. Any of the ghosts? Really? That's weird. I'm wondering if they're gonna have like a new something going on with the TikTok shop with the new guidelines happening on Sunday. Sally, thank you for the rose. There we go. All right, so now we got all this lavender up here. The ashes are down below. We're going to start shaping it in. You can put the bird in, but not the ghost. That's weird. I'll see if I can add it to the live stream. Here we go. Nice and slow, easy peasy. There, that's the main part of it, the dome. And the ash remains on the bottom. So you can see through the dome to the ash. What's up, KK? All right, so we're going to bring it here. Can you add anything else, Red Squeak? Yeah, you can definitely change the colors up. Yeah, colors are all interchangeable. All right, let's see if I can get that sparkle to show. So now you can see that. See how it's kind of shimmery? It's got a little shimmer to it. That's all the sparkly glass. Very, very bright. Okay, I was getting a little worried there, Red Squeak. This is looking good. Yeah, it definitely has this. It definitely has this galaxy look to it, if you want to call it that. Like if you were out in the middle of the woods and you look up and you see so many more stars than you do like in the city. Kaizen, thank you for the follow. Pokemon Collector, thank you for the follow. It's the same effect. Pull that little bit of scrap off there. Yeah, Purple Ghost is out of stock. I still haven't received my tubing because it is coming, and USPS has lost my purple tubing. So now we're going to heat the bottom. I got to flatten it, see how it's kind of domed. You got to give it a little bit of a flat so it'll sit comfortably. I know, right? They lost my purple tubing. I don't know where it's at, even. It just says check back later now. Thank you for the friendship necklace, KK. I appreciate you. All right, so we're just going to come through. We're going to heat it up, and we're going to flatten it. The main thing on this is you take your time. If you push too hard, you will distort this thing. How much ash do I need? I don't like to have any more than probably a teaspoon. Because you can't add too much to this. If you add too much, it ends up transforming it into something other than glass. It'll turn it into like a ceramic, if you want to call it that. So you can only add so much. All right, we're going to preheat this and pull off that rod and get it all nice and smooth. Okay, it's locked in. Tap. That's okay. Smooth it up. That was on me. Okay. Got to grip it. There. These are new tools, so I'm learning to work with them. They're new. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely wobbly, but there it is. Yeah, these are new tools. We're working with it. I got to grip it the old way for a moment. First one worked perfect. Now we'll screw that up. There, perfect. We take that and transfer it over to the kiln. There we go. One more to go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, we're trying to create a kind of organic look in the back. Yep, they are mini ghosts. They are the ghost with the most. And they glow in the dark. So we're gonna take this, I'm basically extending the life of this rod right now by adding a secondary portion to it. Let's grab the little black light. They glow in the dark. Yeah. So there's the green, there's the blue. This is blue and white. This is blue speckles with white. And they will glow in the dark, like actually glow. Yeah, the minis, I like the minis too. Between the mini and the large, I like the minis. Thank you, Red Squeak. And the reason I like the minis is because not everybody has a gigantic tree. No, never had a bad burn with this thing. I've had little minor ones, kind of like a bug bite, but never anything bad. Yeah, gold fume is always awesome. Love that. Yeah, we're gonna add that. We got little shiny glass, just a little sliver of it. We're gonna encase that and we're gonna turn it into a galaxy look. Then we'll add remains and turn it into a full-blown memorial. Yeah, so this is memorial glass. We incorporate ash from people or pets into the glass, hence creating memorial glass. Right now, I'm taking the very shiny glass with dichroic, and I'm adding a bunch of transparent purple on top. Just going to create a galaxy look. How can you get a mini ghost? They are located in the TikTok shop. All right, so we got that real shiny stuff. We're going to take it here. We're going to twist that flat part of it up, and it's going to create a little mini galaxy. I'm gonna use this little bit up. We're gonna add a little more to it. I want to make sure it's got enough sparkle. There we go. Now I don't have enough sparkle. And here we go. We're going to take that flat surface, and as I'm spinning it apart, it's going to break that flat surface apart, kind of like it's going through a confetti maker. It's going to give it lots of little tiny particles. All right, Lucky Lex. So we're going to bring this out, and we're going to add now a bunch of this transparent purple to what's going to be the top of it. What's happening now is that this transparent purple is going to magnify all those little speckles underneath it. And they'll look a lot bigger than they actually are. There, that should be enough. And we're going to use this mold here to start shaping it all. Blaine, what's happening? How are you? How you doing, Blaine? All right, next step, start the shaping. It's just the beginning, not too much. Hi, Beth. How are you? Okay, there we are. We're looking good. So this will be the top portion, and it will look really much different. It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. And you'll be able to see here that real shiny portion of it. So that is what it looks like. It's very, very sparkly. We'll come over here, attach another punchy to it. This is where we're going to add all the cremains or ash. There we are. So this portion here is going to get all the cremains. And the ash is located down here. We do have a little chunk of purple that flew in there though. We have to get it out. Bye-bye, purple. All right, next step, let's get this thing blended in. Let's get some ash in there. So when I dip it in the ash and I bring it back to the flame, you're going to see the flame drastically change colors. It's going to get a lot brighter. So there, I picked up the remains. You're going to see sparks, all that stuff coming. The flame get a lot brighter. We're going to add a little bit right here. That run actually picked up a lot. I can add a little bit more, but that picked up a tremendous amount of that. Pick up just a little more. Again, the flame will change colors. Like that. Bring it over. There we go. That should be plenty. There we go. We're looking good. That should be enough. Okay. So I'll bring it over this way so you can see. So the really bright portion, that has all the cremains or ash in. Better do it this way. Slide this over a little bit. Getting a little too close to that flame. Hello, Tanya. Okay, there we are. We're looking good. So that's the portion with the ash. Again, we got to flip it around one more time. This is where we're going to create the major part of the dome. Do a little attachment there. We're going to heat this whole section up and flatten it out a little. Still going to contain the dome look. This is a memorial, what's called a comfort stone. This contains ash from a person. Amy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Should be big enough. We're going to check it though. Bing, thank you for the follow, Pedro. Brenda, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, we're going to bring it over. I hope I have enough on there. If not, we can add more. Yep, that's good actually. We just created that dome effect. So last part, we're going to smooth this portion out, attach a little rod to it, flatten that bottom. Yep, they definitely shine a lot. This one is super shiny. What's up, Jojo? Welcome back. Okay, so this will be the last attachment, hopefully. Sometimes things go wrong and I may have to revert back, but it should be the last attachment. And we're going to burn this off down here. The one and only, thank you for the follow. User, thank you for the follow. So next step, we're going to just heat the bottom up and make it nice and flat so these sit comfortable. Just keep going. it over and gently push down. Like that. Now we got a nice flat surface. And there we are. We are looking good. I'm going to try the tool again, see how it works, because it might just be user error on my end for this tool. We're going to come in, grip it, make sure I got it locked on pretty good. I do. And we tap. Yep, there it goes. Separates it. Smooth that out. That is it, finished. That was my fault. Ah, crapola. Get off. Yeah. That is the one problem I can't do. I can't pick it up that way. They're not the easiest things to pick up. And we bring it over. Then into the kiln it goes. What's up? All right. That one looked good. Yeah, cute little spatula. It's graphite. Yeah, it's all graphite. So again, these are the little ghosts, the ones that we were talking about earlier. These are the glow-in-the-dark versions. Let me put these together real quick. Why does it go into the kiln when it's heated to a red point? Because it has to cool down at a specific pace. So if I just let it sit, it would cool at a irregular pace. So in the kiln, it controls the temperature throughout the whole piece and brings it down at the same pace. What's my favorite goes between green and purple? I like the green, but that's probably because, I don't know, it just looks cool for me. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. I like them all, or I wouldn't make it. No, it won't explode like clay, but it will crack. I do some of my work online. We have it right in the TikTok shop. All right, so that extension on there, that extends the life of that a little bit. I got to do one more here. Actually, I should just put all three of these together. See, these are too short to handle by themselves. But when I put them together, then I can do that. Okay, Red Squeak, I got you. Thank you. You work with clay? Yeah, the kiln is the tempering process. Yeah, you don't want it to cool at different rates. It would definitely cause stress in there, and eventually it would crack. So that makes that a little bit longer. We've got to add a little bit more information, or a little bit more extension on here. I read information. I start speaking that. We're going to come through, attach, blend. like that. And now I've got almost a full-size rod. I am wearing the meta glasses. They have special lenses in them. These are not your typical meta lenses. I had these custom made. I'll show you what the filter looks like. So we'll grab a piece of glass here. So this is what is in my meta glasses right now, this purplish pink glass. See how I turn purple? And we're gonna put it in the flame. And see how bright that is inside the flame? Now watch. That filters out all that bright light. I know, right, Jojo? I don't know what triggered, but something happened. I'm not complaining, Jojo. No complaints on my end. It is like X-ray, exactly like X-ray. Yeah, so I have a very open air ventilation system going. Otherwise, it would be carbon monoxide all over the place. It would not be a good situation. All right, I need to take a short break. I've been streaming for about 2 hours, and I have a 2-hour time limit that I need to get up, stretch, then I can come back. So I need to get up and stretch for a little bit, and I need to move these remains back to their respective bins. I don't want them getting mixed up or damaged. So I will see you all in just a little bit. Give me 15-20 minutes here. But I gotta get these put away before they get damaged. Okay, see you in a bit. And YouTube, you were awesome. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Hopefully you subscribe and you can get notifications and come back and join me in just a little bit, especially. So I will